Or get off the tennis court because they're spraying. Hey, you know? You imagine if the convent was still going and then that orchard crowd across there would come straight over to us, you know? The kohangas, yeah.
The doctor's surgery.
The doctor's surgery, exactly. Yep.
Imagine those kids were playing with that hula hoop that you just got out of the orchard.
That was right down beside the orchard. It shows the kids.
Yep.
Right there.
They walk home that way too.
That's why I took all that fencing away so the kids could play down there because they had nothing else to do along in the trees there. But then, you know, when they got an orchard next door like this, well, it's actually 2 properties away from us, the school, the orchard, you know. But hey, you know, if they're going to spray up there, you're going to see all the drift coming down this way soon too, you know.
Is there an orchard on the back of there though, over there?
No, Carl.
Okay.
No, it's just Uncle Bill's, but he doesn't spray the old hike, can he?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But you don't know what's been sprayed over there at, you know, Armstrong Road in those little gullies.
I've stood at Terry's and watched this spray here. And on the right day you can see because from the further back you get, the more mist you can see.
Yep.
You want to go up at the Minden, bro.
Right over the school.
You park up the Minden, there's a cloud of the whole place, bro. On the whole of Te Puna, there's a cloud. Today you'll see it up the Minden.
There's an avocado orchard right there next to Tommy Kuku's house.
Yeah.
In the morning I can stand over there and watch the spray come up right up above the trees, you know, and then all of a sudden it rushes that way, and then next minute you see your kids biking down the road, you know, mothers pushing their prams down the footpath.
That's the copper spray because they haven't got the same rules on them. They spray just randomly.
Randomly, all right, mate.
Every 10 days
it's
sometimes,
just as
bro.
dangerous as the high cane.
High cane.
2.5 kilos of pure copper every time they spray per hectare. That's about 30 tonnes a year that goes on the land around Te Puna. Where does it end up? The spray ferries don't take it away, bro. It ends up in our whenua, in our waterways, in our harbour, and inside us.
I've watched my neighbour spray copper on his orchard, and no word without a lie, he'll come up the same path 3 times, follow the same tracks 3 times to make sure it's soaked. And this is on days, and then you imagine all that's blowing over to the next door neighbours. How much is that is going to be nestling? You know what I mean? It's copper is just so bad, as well as high cane. I mean, high cane once a year, but it's just as lethal, you know?
Yeah.
It all adds into that Molotov cocktail, really, you know?
That's what it is, bro. Well, now we got the spray of plenty, bro.
And then we want families to come here and live in our beautiful rohe and that.
The only consent in the world that says this is how you mitigate your impact. Tell the neighbours to run away. It's the only consent ever written in the world like that.
Yeah.
That's how you mitigate the impact of this consent. Tell the neighbours to run away.
And when you do ring the 0800 spray line, I mean, like, what do we have as evidence to say that these orcharders are getting penalised? Nothing. Do they just get a slap on the hand?
Wet bus ticket, bro. The prosecutions, they don't mind. They're sitting in Raro or Hawaii kicking back in the winter. They're not spraying, they're not smelling this stuff.
Yeah. When I first moved to up Papuro Road, bro, about 07, I got my camera out and I videotaped these guys spraying, but they were from Katikati for Sika. And then I rang up the Sika lady and then I said to her, oh, they're spraying copper here. And he goes, well, you shouldn't be living next door, right next door to the house. And I said, I beg your pardon. And she goes, well, you shouldn't be living right next door to the orchard. Well, that's not our problem, you know. And so I rang up the big boss from Sika, and then he rang me up and he apologized for what she had said, and now they no longer use that spraying company, you know. But just you know, just these guys that are working in offices, as you say, Tom, or living up in the Minden in their properties, and then knowing that high cane down in Te Puna area, you know, they're not living around here. You know, I tell you what, mate, John Key arrived here in Tauranga a bit late. He should have came when the high cane was sprayed. Exactly, you know, bro. We should organise them to be here, because in the paper they go, oh, what would you show John Key if he came to the Bay Plenty? What would you show John Key? I tell him to wait till August and then bring him along to the orchards or sit him up in the Minden and look at the spray.
Kia ora, bro. Kia ora.